Guys, welcome back to the new video. Here today we will discuss this video about subcontraries and subalteration. When two particular opposition differ only in quality, the opposition is called subcontrary. When there is only difference is in quality, then it is called as subcontraries, and this will happen only in particular propositions. Okay, that will be in particular proposition. And in the other video, in the last video that we have discussed, that was in universal proposition. When there is universal propositions and there is difference in quality, that is known as contrary. And when there is difference difference in quality in particular propositions, that would be known as subcontraries. If I take an example of some men are wise and some men are not wise, that would be counted as subcontraries. Subcontrary propositions can be true together is an example given, but they cannot be false at the same time. If one of them is true, the other may be true or false, but if one of them is false, the other must necessarily be true. The inverse order of contrary and subcontrary proposition is evident. Then it is evident that if one is true, the other one will be false. If this is true, then this will obviously be false, and if this is false, this will obviously be true. So this is all about subcontraries. I hope you have understood this concept. Now we will move to the another concept, that is subalteration. Subalteration is when two propositions differ only in quantity. Okay, when there is difference in quantity. One is universal and the other is particular. The position is called subalteration. That means, let's take an example and understand better. All men are wise here, and here is written some men are wise. So A has been changed to I, and in here E has been changed to O. That's it in this. Okay, so notice that subaltern propositions can be true together or false together. They can be togetherly false or togetherly be true, and this is to say that though from the truth of universal one can infer the truth of particular, the reverse order does not hold, namely that from the truth of particular one cannot infer the truth of the universal. On the other hand, though from the falsity of particular one can infer the falsity of the universal, one cannot infer the falsity of the particular from the falsity of the universal. If we are saying that all Indians are spiritual, and we say some Indians are spiritual, that comes in the all thing, because if I say some Indian, some here, and this is all Indian, so all constitute some. But if I converse it, if I say some Indian are spiritual, that does not mean that all the Indians are spiritual. That we cannot say. But if I say all Indian are spiritual, then we can say some Indians are spiritual. And from this example to E, no Indian are spiritual, so we can infer that some Indian are not spiritual. We can say this, but we cannot say some Indians are spiritual not spiritual, so no one is spiritual, we cannot say, but we can say no to some. We can move from A to I, but not I to A. Move from E to O. From truth of universal, truth of particular. From truth of particular, truth of universal. From falsity of particular, falsity of universal. From falsity of universal, falsity of particular. Indicates, can infer, indicates, can not infer. Okay, so this is we can infer, and this is we cannot infer. So that's what I have told you. This all the things concept, that we can from truth of false university we can say that truth of particular, but we cannot infer the particular truth, and we cannot join the particular truth with the truth of inverse. That I said that if I say that all Indians eat mangoes, that means we can say that some Indians eat mangoes, but we cannot say that some Indians eat mangoes, that does not mean that all Indians must be eating mangoes. It's not true. And if I say no Indians are spiritual, that we can infer some Indians are not spiritual. But if I say some Indians are not spiritual, that does not mean no one in India is spiritual. That will be totally wrong. Okay, so this is all for today's video. Let's meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Study hard.